So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I hope you had a good day. I hope your week has also been a good one, even if it has got its challenges. As I told you, nobody in this planet Earth that does not have challenges. So I know a couple of you, we normally pray to God and tell him that, God, I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I want to be this. I want to be that. Yet, we have never known the reason why the people we have never sat down or listened to a video and known that the billionaires will tell you they are normally tested. They are normally tested. And God will test you with this. God will test you with the street children. He might give you someone once you leave your house. Once you leave your house, you're going probably to work. He might send for you someone. He might send for you someone. And then he will be testing to see whether you're going to give that person the money or you're going to just go like that. So that is one way he will test you. Another way he will test you by seeing that whether you're the kind of person that normally gets familiarity with your boss. Are you the kind of person that normally gets familiarity with your boss or with your supervisor? He will test you again with that. And then he will test you to see whether you're willing to do the double the work. Are you the kind of person that is willing to do that double the work? Then you're going to be rich. Then are you do you have that income? You have that income that even as you sleep, you have that income that even as you sleep, you know that you're going to be generating money with. Even as you sleep today, even as you go to bed today, do you have that income that you know you're going to be generating money with? Do you have it? And then no, God has given each and every one of us. To some he has given for the gifts, but both are gifts and callings. To some he has given talents and gifts. So as I told you once in one of my videos, is God will never come to him. He will give you the calling, the purpose and all, but then he will not come to follow up with you. He will not come to follow up with you. He will not come to follow up with you. If for example, he gives you a calling to ministry, my friend, it is you who will take the initiative. If he gives you, for example, a calling to ministry, my friend, it is you to take the initiative, to take your Bible and read it. It is you to take the initiative, to take prayers and do them constantly. If he gives you the calling again to ministry or to be a worshiper or to be an evangelist or whatever, so long as it's a calling to ministry, my friend, it is you. It is you who will take the initiative to do the service. It is you to do the practice. For example, if he calls you and he directs you to go to school, it is you who will take the initiative to go and do the service. Then again, if he calls you to teaching, my friend, it is you to go back to school. It is you to go back to school. It is you to go for the practice, and then it is you to ask him to give you that heart that will know, that can withstand everything. That heart can withstand everything. Because as I'm going to tell you, Teaching is a calling. Teaching is a calling. Lecturer, to be a lecturer also, that is a calling. That is a calling. To be a lecturer also, that one is a calling. That one is a calling. That one is not a. That one to be a lecturer is not that kind of stuff. That kind of career that is for the faint-hearted. Cause, mind you, as a teacher and as a lecturer, you're coming to give knowledge. You're coming to give knowledge to people. To people who might disappoint you, that they might not do the work. You that kind of person that will be the faint-hearted kind of person that once you are given that, then you start to teach. Then you start to teach. Then you start feeling sorry for yourself. Because as I told you, as I've told you, teaching and lecture, and to be a teacher and to be a lecturer, it is not an easy task. To be a teacher and to be a lecturer, that is not an easy task. Another one that is a calling is a counseling psychologist. To be a counselor also, that one is not for the faint-hearted. To be a counselor also, that one is not for the faint-hearted. And why is it not for the faint-hearted? Because as a counselor, you're the one that is going to be giving advice and solace to the people that are feeling depressed. One, they're feeling depressed. One, they're feeling neglected, or they're feeling some kind of way that they just want solace, or they just want a hug. So, if you're going to be called to do the three, then no, that is not for the faint-hearted. So, constantly, if you have been given that calling, constantly keep on praying to God, for God to give you the grace. For God to give you the grace. For God to give you the grace that you do not be a faint-heart kind of person. That you do not be a faint-heart kind of person. And then another one that is a calling. Another one that is a calling is ministry. For example, you're called to do evangelism, or you're called to do evangelism, or you're called to be a worshiper, or you're called to be a teacher of the word, or you're called to be a pastor. Are you willing to be that once you're told, for example, you go and preach to the marginalized communities? For example, you're being told that you go to Marsabit. Are you willing to go and learn how to interact with the Muslims, with the people that do not know Christ? Are you willing to interact with them? Are you willing that once you're told, for example, you're told to go to a marginalized community or a place where the sun is scorching, it is scorching, it is scorching hot. Are you willing that once you're told to go there, are you willing that you will go without asking him a question? Are you willing that as a worshipper, are you willing to start for him to give you the guidelines on how to write the music that he wants you to minister with? Are you willing? If that's the calling he has given you to be a worshipper, are you willing? And then another career that is a calling again is a journalist. A journalist, how is a journalist a calling? Journalist is a calling because as a journalist, you will be required to write. You'll be required to write some news. You'll be required to write some news, and then you're going also to be told to go to the field. And once you're told to go to the field, for example, you're going to be told also to go to the marginalized community and to write. or to go to the marginalized community and get that story, and know how you're going to put it. Are you willing that once he gives you that calling, are you willing that once you're told to go to the field, are you willing? And will you do it out of service? 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 And then he gives you that again to add more knowledge. Okay. That you add more knowledge. Once you add more knowledge, you do research. You do research, you add more knowledge, then he tells you, go to this and this country, and I want you to write with regarding, or to go to this and this church. And I want you to write on this. Are you ready and are you willing? Are you ready and are you willing? Are you ready and are you willing? And for those that have been called and that you've already started your missions, and you've gone to half of the countries. Okay, are you willing again for him to send you again? Or for your boss to come and tell you that I want you this and this date to go for this and this. Are you willing? Are you willing to go for them? Are you willing to go for them? And are you ready? Because remember, he also says that in his word, he also says that you have to take my cross and follow me daily. He does not say 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. He says you have to take your cross and follow me daily. You have to take your cross and follow me daily. So, let us always be ready. With our callings and our purposes, let us always be ready. Let us always be ready, and let us always be ready to double the work. If you want to be wealthy or you want to be rich, because I believe you can be rich with any career, be it a pastor or a what. You can be rich or you can be wealthy in any, be it a pastor calling a what, a purpose, a what. You can't be rich with anything. So long as you are ready to be tested. Number one, you're ready to do service. You're ready to take the task, and if it requires to read, you're ready to read. If it requires for you to do the service, you're required to do the service. If it requires for you to be sent constantly, you be sent constantly. If it requires to you to be sent constantly, you be sent constantly. Be sent constantly. Because remember, he wants the word to be sent across the globe. He wants the word to be sent across the globe. He wants the word to be sent across the globe. And then ask yourself, with my career, with my calling, with my purpose, with whatever God has given me, have I been impactful? Have I been of influence? Have I been impactful? Have I been of influence? Have I been impactful? Have I been of influence? And have I shown my service? Or have I just done haphazardly? And then Have I bragged? Have I bragged that it has taken my might? It has taken my might for me to be able to travel. It has taken my might for me to be able to do this. Or do I constantly remind myself that it was Him that called me? It was Him that gave me the purpose. It was Him that gave me the gift. It was Him that gave me the gift. It was Him. It was Him that gave me the purpose, the gift, and all. It was Him. It was Him. And then remember, some of us are not living our purpose and our calling and our and our gifts because we have refused to serve. Some of us are not living that because we have refused to serve. We have refused to serve. And with God, once you refuse to serve, once you refuse to serve, and with God, once you refuse to serve, He will not leave you, but then He must just stay away from you for you to remember that it is Him that gave you the service, that is Him that gave you the gift, it is Him that gave you the calling, it is Him that gave you the purpose. It is Him. It is Him. So constantly, once you start feeling that you are entitled, constantly remind yourself that it was Him that gave you the purpose. It was Him that gave you the gift. It was Him that gave you the service to humanity. If you are just called to serve humanity, constantly remind yourself that. Constantly remind yourself that, and once you keep on reminding yourself that, once you keep on reminding yourself that, the day that He will call you now back home, that is in heaven, He will just tell you, welcome, good and faithful servant, of which each and every one of us wants to be told by Him that, welcome, good and faithful servant. So, do whatever I've told you. Do whatever I've told you. And constantly remind yourself, don't brag. Constantly remind yourself that it is Him that gave you the gift, the talent, the calling, and all. So constantly remind yourself that, and once you do that, things will be okay. So as we constantly remind ourselves that, let's have a lovely weekend. Let's have a lovely weekend. And tomorrow I'm in. So prepare yourselves. For the ones that are to get bundles, get them, because tomorrow I'm in. For the ones that have internet, not to brag, for the ones that have internet, also prepare yourselves. Prepare your phones, because tomorrow I'll be busy shooting. I'll be busy teaching. I'll be busy teaching you guys. I'll be busy showing you guys some stuff. There's some stuff I need to show you. Because remember, as I told you, with the content, as Diana Maroa told her sister, that as a content creator, everything that is surrounding you is content. Everything that is surrounding you is content. And for us as content creators, as we do not have that kind of stuff that we say that we do it from 8 to 5. No. For us, we can shoot anytime. You can shoot at 1 a.m., you can shoot at 2, you can shoot at 3, at 4, at 5. So long as you've shot, you do it. And as I told you, YouTube can really be frustrating. Creating content can also be frustrating, because especially for YouTube, it can really be frustrating. Because as I told you, there's some content creators that there's some YouTubers that say that it started to pay them in the second year. There's some that said that it started to pay them in the third year. There's some that say that it started to pay them after 1 year. But then they say that once YouTube starts paying you, it does it in a way that you will be appreciative of it. And how does YouTube pay? Number one, YouTube pays by I'm willing to start to put some ads. So don't skip that ad. For I know that we have subscribed to different channels of the celebrities. I know you have done that. So remember, don't skip the ad. Just watch it. Skip when you see now you're about to finish it. Just watch, because that is one way that YouTube will pay you. And in fact, YouTube will pay you $1 for that. YouTube will pay you $1 for that. Then another way that YouTube will pay you is through the views, through the viewership, through the viewership of your subscribers. YouTube will also pay you that way. And then YouTube starts to pay you once first they do what we call monetization. And when does the monetization happen? It happens once you reach 1K subscribers. Once you reach 1,000 subscribers, now YouTube now starts monetizing your channel. There's a process to the monetization of your channel, of which YouTube will send you an email. And after they send you an email, now they start to do it. And after they send you an email, now they start to see your your videos and your subscribers. They start to see if you're consistent with the putting of your content. They start to see which kind of audience are you delivering to. Have you mastered it? Have you done all that kind of stuff? Have you mastered it? Have you done all that kind of stuff? And then once you reach 100K subscribers, they give you the silver button. Once you reach 100K subscribers, they give you they give you the silver button. And once you reach 1 million subscribers, they give you the gold button. That's why you can find, I was telling you of an example of Diamond Platnumz and Burna Boy. I know this is out of topic. Diamond Platnumz does not post music with more consistent as he used to do it, but then with the viewership, with the viewership, and with all that kind of the viewership and all that kind of stuff, YouTube pays him more. YouTube pays him more, as he's one of those artists in East Africa that is paid more by YouTube. is one of those artists in East Africa that is paid more. So for the people that did ask me, how will YouTube pay you? I've answered you. Because as I told you with in one of my videos, last year I felt like I just wanted to put this channel away and to give up. I just wanted to do that. Because I was not seeing as if I'm getting the viewership, I'm getting the subscribers, I'm getting the everything. Then slowly by slowly, when I started to post the shorts, the videos, now I saw that in some shorts I would get 1k views, 1.1k views, 1.1k views. I would get several of my shorts I've gotten 1.1k views. I've gotten all that kind of stuff. I've gotten 1.1k views, and I've gotten to in some, and so that is what motivated me. And constantly the people that told me that, Miriam, you know what, we like your voice, and I've never liked my voice. Let me tell you the truth now. I've never liked my voice. To the people that tell me that I'm of impact, I've never liked my voice. But then, now later on now, when I turned 24 last year, is when now I started to like it. And I told myself, you know what, Marianne? You're going to soon go to your late 20s, of which now you just need to accept yourself. So this is what I'm going to tell a person that is feeling that they're not liking their voice, they're not liking who they are. Just accept yourself as who you are and know your weaknesses and start working on them. And after you start working on them, tell God, if you are that kind of person that reacts on anger, tell God to take that anger away. And if you are that kind of person that when you are angry, you can mention anything that comes out of your mouth, tell God to help you on that. And once you've done all that, let's enjoy this life, because life is indeed short. Life is short, and so we go back. So remember, there's in this song that says that, and remember to live one day at a time. Remember to live one day at a time, and remember to live one day at a time, and remember to always, to every believer, let's consistently play, and let's consistently lift each other up, lift each other. Let's consistently play, and let's consistently lift each other, and also let's consistently read the Bible. And let's consistently go to church. And let's consistently go to church. And once you have done all that, we will continually live our Christianity. Remember not to proclaim you are a Christian, but then to work. Because as a Christian, our works are of more importance. Than the attending of everything that I've told you. Our work and how we practice Christianity is of more importance, because as I told you, one day God is going to ask you, I gave you this talent, I gave you this, I gave you this. What did you do? I gave you these children. What did you do with them? So, and each and every one of us want to be told you, welcome, good and faithful servant. Welcome, good and faithful servants. So, master how your family has been. Master how generations earlier were before the time you are called. You are given that calling or that, and then once you see that you guys could be having a generational curse, you guys could be having witchcraft or what, start breaking it. And remember, in the word we are told there are some things that you only break them with fasting and prayers. And as I told you, there is a one TikTok video that I shown you guys that and told you that you might fast, you might pray, you might fast even in 21 or 2 days or 3. But if your heart is not good, then remember, it will not work. Because remember, God in the New Testament, God checks your heart. God takes your heart more. God takes your heart more. And once you do all that, to Him be glory forever. So thank you to each and every person of you that pray for me. Thank you so much. So, and thank you for listening to me. Watch, like, comment, and subscribes. And do have yourself a blessed weekend.